Shennice. I'm 17. My mum's from St Lucia, my dad's from Antigua. But I was born in London, in East London. Grew up there until I was 8, 9, well, 10 and 9. And then I moved to Norwich. And then from then I've been here, really. Yeah. Ever since I was young, I've always wanted to be a dancer. Since I was in London, from when I was about 5, I got into an arts and drama school where I went on stage at Stratford Circus and performed with like 15 other kids on stage to S Club 7. Worst song ever, but it happened. And then I moved here. I stopped dancing. I moved here when I was about 8, 9, and then stopped dancing until I was about 13. Got involved with Future Radio, and I started dancing for their events in 2010, and then continued up to about July 2011, and then realised I actually wanted to do a dance course. And then I got into the level 2 diploma, and then from there I got onto the level 3, and now I'm in the level 3 national diploma as the year 1 student. The biggest memory I have is the fact that I've danced from dancing in Stratford Circus. I know there's 500 seats in there, and for me that was my first time on stage, and I sang My Boy Lollipop, and I was lead singer. That's when I knew I could sing. And then I danced in front of all them people, and they were clapping. Just seeing my dad and my mum right in front of me, because they was literally sat like boom straight across the stage. I could see them, and I was at the front, and they're just smiling like this. And I think, yeah, that was like my biggest memory, because that's, I think, when I knew I had the talent in performing arts. If you was to ask my friends about me, they tell you I'm always smiling, I'm never unhappy, I've always got energy, always like that spark that's always up and down. I'm always someone that they can talk to. They'd say I'm a really good dancer, you know. Everyone says it. For the project I picked Dean Rosembert because, well, he's a basketball player, but he's a successful basketball player, like, in my eyes. For you to get a scholarship when you're 16, that is hard work. Like, if I was to look to get a scholarship for dance, the amount of competition I'd have is unreal. For him to be noticed, especially as a young black child in Norwich where there was no black people, I think that's quite a big thing.
What I wanted to know is, like, how did you end up becoming a PE teacher from, like, the basketball life?
Wow, okay. I got a phone call from the head teacher at Dutch Alarm, which is the school that I used to go to. And he said, do you want a job? And I said, don't know. And then he said, it's a job of basically being a teaching assistant. So I'd be in the classroom or the hall or anything like that, and assisting the actual teaching, so helping kids doing this and that. I said, yeah, fine. So I've gone from being a student there to being a member of staff, which is a bit weird, because like all the old teachers that you used to kind of annoy. Gosh, they used to, yeah, you can imagine. But done that, and basically done that from February 2005 all the way to July, and then the last day of school he called me in his office and said, okay, what's going to happen now? I didn't know what he was talking about. He said, you're going to come to Notre Dame and you're going to do your A-levels. I was like, okay, brilliant, but on one condition. I said, what? He said, you still work for us as a teaching assistant in your frees. And basically from there I met this teacher called Rob Connolly, and he basically changed my views on teaching, and he made me realise that teaching is brilliant, and I basically wanted to be like him, and he is the main reason why I am here and I am a teacher at school, really.
When I met him, I mean, the interview went well, because I think we was having a conversation. It was just like normal thing, like it's like we knew each other for years, and I was just asking him questions that I already knew. We just had that friendly connection where we just spoke, and there was no awkwardness. My national role model was Ira Aldridge. I picked him because he grew up in America, but he moved to England just to be on stage. And then the fact that he actually painted himself black because he wasn't allowed to be his actual black colour, just to go on stage, is a big thing, because to be a performer would do anything.
What is it that makes Ira Aldridge a role model for young black people today?
Well, can I tell you first? He died in a town called Norwich in Poland. And everybody who was anybody came to Norwich to see the funeral. And they came because they thought and they said he was a great artist. Now, there were a number of great artists who were black in Europe over 100 years since, 1800. But Aldridge made an impact because he was so good at, the roles that he played. He played Macbeth, etc., and Othello, in which he communicated massive emotions. Yeah? So when he died in Norwich, people were affected.
Before this project, I have not heard about not Dean or Ira. 'Cause I don't really think I looked into it that much about Black History Month. As soon as I got onto the project, I knew about people that I never knew about, especially black people that inspired people that I didn't know. So it's just like, if we've come on this project and I've met 2 new people, well, I met the national, but the local person, it's just like, I never knew he was even here. The fact that I've been around a group that I don't really hang around with and been able to interact with them, like I've known them for years and been with them for years, it's like really good, because when we all get into that one room, it's like everyone's just a whole unit, and we've come in together and we've all learnt something new about each other and also about the people that we've looked at. I think projects like this are important because it's like young black children looking for inspiration, especially in Norwich. There's not a lot of black people, so we're looking for black people to show these people that there is people out there, especially black people, that can do well and they're not just bad as people think.